हारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Shyam Sundar Radha, Shyam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Radha, Shyam Sundar Radha, Shyam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Satyanarayana Mataji. It was such a nice, delightful kirtan. Thank you everyone for joining today. This is in remembering my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. It's gonna be sixth day since he departed. We have a lot of devotees lined up today and would love to hear and for the opportunity to listen and purify. We have next is we have Suman Prabhu from New York City. Some of you may not know who he is. He is a very close disciple of Guru Maharaj, and he's done his undergrad from IIT in India, and he's doing his PhD in Columbia University here. He actually visits Brooklyn Temple in New York City, but his association with Guru Maharaj goes long way back in India. So thank you so much, Suman Prabhu. If you can unmute yourself and then go ahead. Thank you.
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimati Namini Shittojita Shuddhani Tamamina Shukam Prabhupada Bhattana Namini Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunnavadi Kashata Deshatarine Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayatim girim yatkripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarina. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. My most humble obeisances to Guru Maharaj and all his dear associates who have assembled today. 15 minutes time is really very short about glorifying Guru Maharaj, whose glories can be spoken for days. I just beg him whatever he wishes to tell today through my mouth. So I would mostly focus on what instructions of Vani that I feel I've learned from him and with personal details. I was sincerely reading one book which was very dear to Guru Maharaj, Nectar of Devotion. And in my first meeting with him, I could see certain symptoms. I had like many other Shiksha Gurus before, but no one revealed them. And, seeing those things, I was feeling something very touching with him. And as everyone knows, that Guru Maharaj lotus eyes are really, really infectious. They are, and when he first looked with his eyes into my eyes and said that very sweet Hari Bol, I felt there is some intimate connection with him. And his smile is very contagious. The uncountable times contagious than the COVID-19. Once I remember I was with Gumaraj from the airport, and he was laughing and talking to everyone, all the passengers. Hi, how are you? Hope you have a nice day. I was thinking, what, Gumaraj knows them all? What's this? He was smiling and telling. And later, Gumaraj was telling me, this is how you connect with others. Unless you establish this personal connection, the devotees will not come. And later, when I was seeing that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this infectious smile or the smile of a pure devotee itself gives Agyata Sukriti in the life of a devotee, which actually starts or helps him to start this process. So Gumaraj is like an ocean of love. He has so much love. He's like distributing love wherever he goes, like Mahaprabhu distributing the holy name. So one day Gumaraj was there in a lecture and he became really serious, and he told that, what I need from the audience over here is promise me two things. One is commitment and second is loyalty. When he said loyalty, he explained what he meant. So first when he told that, I was little bewildered. Why Prabhupada was telling to establish his murti in every ISKCON temple? Prabhupada was so humble. Such a person establishing his murti in the temple. And he tells that later he understands that Prabhupada wanted everyone till ISKCON last to know him as the preeminent Shiksha Guru. And Gumar is told to see himself and everyone else nothing but as a representative of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. He told, whatever I am saying, everything is there in his books. Just read, you will see that it's non-different. And then he says that, that time during Prabhupada's last few days, uh, Prabhupada used to get many letters, and Guru Maharaj used to dictate some, translate, and reply. So many devotees would say, Prabhupada, if it's possible, take some portion of my life, take my entire life, and see that I want your lifetime to be increased so that you can preach. But whatever you take, I want to take everything that's possible. My karma, everything, whatever you have taken from others, let all the sins come to me, and let you prolong your life. And then Guru Maharaj was thinking, he was telling Prabhupada, Prabhupada, they are ready to give up the life for you. Then Prabhupada said, yes, but much important is how you all will be cooperatively maintaining this movement that is established by me after I leave. And Gumaraj always stresses this point that never leave ISKCON, be very cooperative. ISKCON cannot be disintegrated or uh, face any problem because of external circumstances. Whenever external circumstances come, devotees will become much more stronger to fight that. But only way it can break, if at all, is by internal fighting and what he terms as Guru groupism. So hearing that lecture of Guru Maharaj, it was really serious. I could say Guru Maharaj was saying, Prabhupada is not an ordinary being. He is not even an extraordinary being. He is something whom I cannot understand from my brain. And he was asking the audience, if you all could tell me, even it's beyond my comprehensible power. And he was telling at least one person that what Prabhupada's disciples has done, if I can do for Prabhupada, I would think my life to be successful. Seeing, hearing that lecture from Prabhupada and from Guru Maharaj, and seeing that someone is so dedicated to his Guru, that Guru Padashraya principle, I felt like I need to actually see within the core of my heart that I feel that now I finally found a Guru. I was reading different books, especially Shivaram Maharaj, how to find a guru, and even portions of Hari Bhakti Vilas where it says that what are the duties of an ideal disciple to search a guru and what are the duties of a guru. So this started the connection, and after coming to years when I, first time saw that infectious eyes, I decided that the day my exam ends, I'm going to book the first flight and go to D-Land and see from close angles. So, as many of you might be knowing, for the past 6 months, Gumaraj has been intensely preaching among the youth through his very private youth classes. He has been revealing his heart to all the youth, motivating them. Every single class, he would reveal, different approaches which he thinks would help the movement to proceed in later stages. After the golden generation of Prabhupada's disciples depart, and he was very serious in that. He was telling, uh, I just require your commitment and choose any one of the things that I say, take it as your mood, see which is working according to you, and take it as your life and soul and continue. And he would tell, please write to me, please discuss what you feel is your strategy. And he spent a lot of time in the last 6 months revealing his heart and what he feels, how he feels the movement should proceed in the future. And I never used to write anything to Go Maharaj. I used to feel, oh, Go Maharaj, what will I discuss? I would tell to Bhakti Prem Maharaj or discuss with him. Go Maharaj was really upset, and one day he told, why are you so hesitant? Why don't you write to me? I'm asking you to write, share your ideas, what you feel. And especially with regards to, I was asking questions like, how, to refute Christianism of people who are not following it exactly. So Guru Maharaj would explain me in different levels. He was telling the topmost level is basically Christianity teaches how to love, but it doesn't clearly mention how to advance on the path or how to exactly love God. It tells to love God. That's the principle. So Guru Maharaj started telling his childhood when he once wrote a essay on Jesus Christ and how he felt that he is a messenger of God, and even how Bible tells how to love God. But his teachers just told, no, this all is not what we are teaching in line. And then Guru Maharaj used to share many such things. And inspired from that day, I felt no, I should be little open with Guru Maharaj. And after that, I just had the opportunity to write 2 letters so as to not disturb him more. And he was very, very merciful in his replies. So now, Guru Maharaj was always connecting with the soul, and he had intense love. Whomever he met, he would just distribute love. So he would tell that, if you have to follow a leader, uh, you have to commit yourself. Like Subhash Chandra Bose used to say that you have to be ready to give your blood, then I can give you freedom. The Guru Maharaj told you have to be ready to sacrifice your life. That should be the mood. Then only I can lead you. Some words were really strong, but yeah, Guru Maharaj was really strong, not his gentle, calm things in the last 6 months when he was telling, let me come to you straightforward. This is the issue. Will you be with me? And hearing those lectures were really strong, but I could now understand how he revealed through the last 6 months so many things that he feels. Guru Maharaj is a symbol of perfection. He used to say, whatever Prabhupada did, he did it perfectly. So, whatever you do, you should do it from your heart. And it's not that you have to strive for perfection. If you do it with devotion, perfection will automatically come. For example, he used to tell, when you're singing, you're just singing, you're not doing kirtan or praying. If you're actually singing, it should come from your heart. Then you're actually praying. You are just singing from your throat. So I can feel that. And like one day I was designing a wooden steam box, and Guru Maharaj was telling, come on, you can do it much nicely, do it much better. You are an engineer, you can, design it much better, much nicely. Use all your intelligence, you can do it much better, you can do it much better. So I could see at every stage how he was articulate, he was perfect. and and at every stage how he could explain different Vaishnava etiquettes. For example, in a US context, we went to one particular house, Guru Maharaj called us there, and the house was carpeted, and devotees started sitting there and taking prasadam. Guru Maharaj was telling, see, go to the non-carpeted portion, because if you take prasad in the carpet, you can't wash it. So as a Vaishnava etiquette, the entire place becomes juta. So like this, he would explain many nitty-gritty details. Guru Maharaj was extremely humble. I even heard from one of his close servants, Krishna Prabhu, that one day he was stuck washing lots of vessels. And Guru Maharaj came and saw that, oh, this boy is stumbling so much. He came and he started half of the vessels. And Krishna Prabhu would wash them, Guru Maharaj would put them in their place, and then Guru Maharaj would wash them, and Krishna Prabhu used to put them in their place. I was amazed by this humility. And not only this, when I first, one of the times I was leaving D-Land, when Guru Maharaj saw that time I hadn't met him for the last 7 days, Guru Maharaj was like, bring ice cream for me, bring cookies for me. And he would cook a special tofu dish that he learned from Madhu Sevita Prabhu when he was in Italy. And so this is Guru Maharaj. Instead of, I was so embarrassed that I should serve you, and Guru Maharaj is serving in the other direction. So Guru Maharaj used to chastise like a lion. I would sometimes even forget whether it is Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj when I used to see him. And Guru Maharaj, after chastising, he would see how the devotee is, and he would embrace with both his arms and tell, see, I love you like a father, right? So I was thinking this is wrong. So you understand in that aspect. Please don't feel anything. So that was how Guru Maharaj was. But now he has left a huge responsibility on all of us. So I beg blessings of all devotees assembled here so that I can do at least 0.01% of Guru Maharaj expects from me and all of us in the future. And I pray to Radharani while chanting that, please Radharani, if you so desire, please help me in, I want to help you in serving Krishna by assisting Srila Prabhupada, by assisting Guru Maharaj through his associates. So now I have a small prayer which I would say that I would basically tell this verse from Chaitanya. Sorry. Just a minute. So this set of verses explain how Maharaj Parikshit was totally dedicated to Lord Krishna, and it is said that wherever the devotees, pure devotees of the Lord is present, that is nothing but Vrindavan, and Krishna stays in the heart of pure devotees. So when they said about Maharaj Ambarish, Savai mana Krishna padara vindayo vacham shivai kunta gunana vanani karor harir madine majanado shrutim chakarachyuta satkatho dai. Savai mana Krishna padara vinday. Guru Maharaj, you have given me an opportunity to constantly meditate upon you and your lotus feet over the past 20-25 days. Vachansi Vaikunta Gunana Vandane. You're giving me the opportunity through your associates today to glorify yourself. Karum Hare Mandira Manjanada. You have given me the opportunity to serve your pure auspicious body. Shrutim Chakara Achyuta Sat Kathodaya. And always you have always spoken the beautiful words and pastimes of Krishna. And now your own pastimes as heard by me from different God brothers and different disciples. Mukunda Lingaya Darshane Drisha. Your touch of your lotus feet, which was so gentle, your hands, I can never forget them. Tadvritta Gatra Pasya Anga Shangamam. Granam cha tat paja saroja saurabhe. You have given me an opportunity to travel to you wherever you were. Srimad Tulasya Rasanam Arpite. Guru Maharaj, I can still remember a very auspicious fragrance coming from Guru Maharaj's body all the time that I was near him. Padao Harishitya Padanu Sarpane Shiro Rishikesha Padavi Vandane. You have given me opportunity to pay humble obeisances to you. So, as Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, even before the stage of Adav Shraddha comes Sadhu Kripa and Mahat Sevam. So, Guru Maharaj has given, Satam Kripa, Sadhu Kripa, and Mahat Seva opportunity to me. So, I'm very grateful to him that I can at least start on the process of bhakti, and maybe one day I can actually serve him back to wherever he is there in his own mission. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So beautifully put. One quick thing, the shloka you recited, I can so relate. I think it increased the intensity of lot of devotees in intensely thinking about Guru Maharaj, a pure devotee, and also intensely chanting. So he gave the opportunity for so many devotees to intensify their practice. I can relate to what you said from that context. Just a follow up, Prabhuji. Where is the shloka from? I know you mentioned about King Amrish, but can you give that
This is
reference?
Srimad Bhagavatam. I think it's 8th canto. You'll even find it in Bhagavad Gita. So I have to just. It's Maharaj Ambarish pastime when Durvasa Muni runs and that pastime. And here's one more very important realization is I used to chant the verses of Shikshastakam mechanically, but now I'm really understanding what it means. Yuga itam nimishena chakshusha pravishahitam sunna itam jagat save govinda Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So many things you put so well with groupism, and I did last time. I think he was here in New Jersey. Most of the disciples in New Jersey, we all, I mean, kind of when we shared each other's memory, one thing that came out very well is his serious instructions compared to any trips before. So I concur on that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. We have Subal Prabhu next. Prabhuji, if you can unmute yourself and if you can go ahead. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimate Chananda Goswami iti namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Chara Swami iti namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna, thank you for giving this opportunity to us to glorify Guru Maharaj. You can hear me, right, Prabhuji? Rajgopal?
Yes, Prabhuji. I can hear you. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So, I mean, how much ever we praise, or it just not be enough to glorify Guru Maharaj, and especially like somebody who like me, who's like very insignificant. I really, to be honest, my interaction with Guru Maharaj, I've attended his lectures. But on a personal level, I do not have much, but I've seen Maharaj from far. I've observed him. I've seen him interact with other devotees, and I just could not he was, I think I just don't think I know. He was one of the sweetest persons ever. Sweet in every way. The first time my interaction with, I would say interaction in a way, this was long ago, I just joined, I just started going to the ISKCON temple. I didn't know anything about Maharajas or, nothing. And then I went to this was in New Zealand, Auckland, where I first joined. So then once I went to the gift shop, and then there was a CD playing and this really beautiful kirtan bhajan coming. I can't remember what it was, which song it was, but it was so beautiful that I asked, whose is this? And then these are songs by, Bhakti Charu Swami. And then it was like a set of 3 CDs, like, and I just said, can I just hear them? Like when, and even though at that time those CDs were like, to me, like they were quite expensive because it seemed expensive. But it was so nice. I just bought them. I bought all 3 of them, a set of 3 CDs. This was way back, and I still have them. And later on, as I came to know more, I met like 2 of his disciples there, and they were like, one was called one's name of one of them was Krishnendu. He was a young devotee, and he was again like very sweet devotee, like, and there was one Mataji, like, sometimes it's people say like the qualities of a guru are like expressed in their disciples, and when you come to think about it, like like we take our own congregation here, we have like such wonderful devotees like Dattatreya Prabhu and Sukumari Mataji. Like one of the when I started coming to ISKCON here in like 2004, they were the ones like I'm like Madhupati Prabhu was there, Devakinandan Prabhu was there. They were all, and then again Dattatreya Prabhu and Sukumari Mataji. They were like so personal, like they made us feel so welcome here, and we just can't forget like how they would serve Srila Prabhupada. Remember, like we had that old house in Old Bridge. They would be there like every Saturday, taking care of, like giving him a, changing his, giving him a bath, changing his dress, arranging boga, and all of us would go there and would have this wonderful morning programs there. And later on, when that house got like, like that house, it got burnt, then we moved Srila Prabhupada, and Dattatreya Prabhu was so kind enough to like host Srila Prabhupada in his own house and take care of him every day. And all of us would go. I mean, it was so much humility and like they're just so much welcome. So the quality we can see Maharaj, the quality of Maharaj in his disciples. And besides them, we have so many wonderful devotees, like other devotees, like we have Purnachandra Prabhu, who's like making he has this wonderful preaching program. We have this Subhankar Krishna Prabhu, who is very new to our congregation. I'm not very new, because he's so enthusiastically distributing books. Then every Sunday is like telling us, Prabhu, come, let's go to Princeton, let's go here, So I have to, I've never had an opportunity to go with him, and forgive me, Prabhu. And we have so many other wonderful devotees, like in the temple, like Veena Pani Mataji, always making garlands, making wonderful prasadam for their lords. We have Ratnakar Prabhu. We have, I have my own colleague, Radha Premapada Mataji, who's like she works with me, and we're in the same team. Just such a wonderful person, to have in our team. We have Sudhakar Krishna Prabhu. We have yourself, Prabhu, Rajgopal Prabhu, yourself. All such wonderful devotees who who are there, like personifying Maharaj's humility. And all of you, and we can see like Guru Maharaj was like very attracted to, like very, his love for Prabhupada is like, I think, second to none. And we can see that through all of you. I remember like in one of his lectures, Maharaj saying like a yogi sees, the super soul like everywhere. He sees the super soul everywhere, especially in his heart. But what does a devotee see? A devotee sees the spiritual master in his heart, and every minute. And that's how Srila Prabhupada used to see his Guru Maharaj. And same way, I think Bhakti Charu Maharaj, because he sees Srila Prabhupada in his heart always, he said that. And he said, we are very lucky to be in ISKCON, because, why? Because as soon as we go to the ISKCON temple, we see Prabhupada's, like Prabhupada is there in his Murti form. We see him in his books. We see him in his, like, his chanting everywhere. We're always, Prabhupada is there with all the, every time, like, we have him in our homes, we chant, we glorifying him like every day. So, and all glorifying a devotee of the Lord is like, it's the first thing towards devotion. And as far as I know, I remember like we had this, we asked puja for Bhakti Charu Swami. This was in Mamta Mai Mataji's house. And at that time, my Guru Maharaj was there, and he was like, we went there for the Vyas Puja, and my Maharaj, while glorifying Bhakti Charu Swami, I remember him saying, Maharaj is like the person who asks for like everybody, all the other Guru Maharajas say like, they tell us to do like the 4 regulative principles, but there's this Bhakti Charu Swami, he'll ask for one more like vow from his disciples, and that is never leave ISKCON. Never leave ISKCON. That was one. And Bhakti Charu himself explains like why he asked devotees to take this vow, and why himself he would never leave ISKCON. He describes ISKCON as a boat, Srila Prabhupada. It's like a spaceship which is taking us back to Golok Vrindavan. All we need is to like stay in the boat of Srila Prabhupada, in the ship. Doesn't matter how long, we don't know how long it'll take. But we know it will lead us back to Godhead. And he says that it's not out of like something sentimental, or and he gives like very many practical reasons why it will take us back to Godhead. Like he says, like if we remain in this ship, we'll be constantly practicing devotional service, and which will actually increase our love for Godhead. And that's true. They're very practical, and we're constantly, we're constantly doing sadhana bhakti. Will give us bhava bhakti at the end. And Srila Prabhupada also, Bhakti Charu Swami also says in another lecture of his duty is like, only thing he cares about is how he can increase the devotional service of others, especially his disciples. He says he doesn't care like how much service you do, because service can be actually, you can help, you can hire other people to do service. How much money you bring to the temple, all these things, they only take value if your devotional service increases. The moment your devotional, these things become actually really meaningful. Otherwise, it's just like mechanical. So his job as a spiritual master and ISKCON guru is to make sure like the devotional service of, is increased. That's his job. We can, and so it's so sweet, like, the way he thinks of like how he can increase our devotional service. On a personal level, I've seen him like interact with, in our temple itself, like he's very personal. I've seen him like, talk to everybody. He seems to know everybody, like just not his disciples, he seems to know everybody. Like he takes their names, and it's amazing how much memory like Guru Maharaj has. His kirtans are so beautiful. Just not his kirtans. I remember Purna Chandra Prabhu saying one time, like, Guru Maharaj came to his house, and like within 1 hour or something, he cooked up some 5-6 dishes, and he was like giving everybody like a wonderful feast. Maharaj went to the kitchen and said, "Okay, I'm doing the cooking." And this was like a few years ago. I remember Purna Chandra Prabhu saying that, like, just not in singing, Maharaj was such a wonderful cook as well. And I'm sure it was like, he was wonderful in anything he chose to do. Otherwise, Srila Prabhupada, Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada would not have made him his personal secretary. And Maharaj's moments with Srila Prabhupada are so, like in his book, like Ocean of Mercy, I've read like few parts of it. He brings it out like, we can see the humans, I'd be wrong to say human side for the lack of, I would say like Prabhupada was not human, like, I can't say human. I would say the compassionate nature of Srila Prabhupada, very loving, like how he chastises Guru Maharaj, and later on, like he actually asked forgiveness from Guru Maharaj. All these things, like, it just adds a very personal dimension to Srila Prabhupada, which, we can otherwise really come to know. Guru Maharaj was like very instrumental. Like, you know, New York Temple like was is very close to where I work, and we would like, you know, we can go anytime. I can go anytime, just a few blocks away, and we could. But at one time, it was like closed to all the devotees. We just couldn't go there, and they had locked the doors. And to enter, like, you know, you had to, I don't know, you had to tell them your name and where you're coming from. You had to like kind of hide like you're a devotee, like an ISKCON devotee. Only then you could enter. Like, and it was Guru Maharaj who was like instrumental in bringing that property back to ISKCON. And if you watch those videos, how like unceremoniously, you know, like Maharaj was like, we don't want to talk about that. But Maharaj is like, I mean, we can't be thankful enough to Maharaj for, you know, one of the most loved properties of ISKCON, bringing it back. Maharaj was again instrumental in like the beautiful altar in our temple, which is like houses Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and Gaurnitai. You know, when we look at that altar, it'll always remind us of Bhakti Charu Swami. It was so beautifully done, and I believe it's one of the biggest altars in the ISKCON temple, amongst the ISKCON temples across the world. It's just, you know, we're always going to remember Guru Maharaj because of the altar in our temple. Just like whenever we go to temple, we remember Srila Prabhupada. We're going to remember Bhakti Charu Swami there. And all I want to say at the end is like, I'm sorry, Maharaj, I could not like render more service to you. Before actually I end, I just want to add one more thing. This was like on Saturday, like this was about 5 a.m. in the morning. Like I was listening, my Guru Maharaj gives, you know, he comes on Zoom like every morning about 5 a.m. in the morning. His Paris time is about 7. So it's actually about 6, but at about 5, and he goes like for like a couple of hours. But about 5 a.m. in the morning, he abruptly stopped and he became very emotional and said like, you know, I have to stop now. Like, I can't go on. Then he said we should all pray for like a chant for Guru Bhakti Charu Swami. And he said like, I'm leaving for Paris because he is in New Mayapur. It's about 2 hours away from Paris. He said, I was going to Paris. I have to go and chant with the devotees of, with the disciples of Bhakti Charu Swami in Paris. And at that moment, like, this is, you know, something, we didn't feel all right. Then he stopped. He was like, I could see tears in his eyes suddenly, like, you know, he was on Zoom. And then he got up and he just left. And at that time he said, I want you all to chant for Bhakti Charu Swami. And that was like, it was a very sad moment at that time. It's like he left, and you know, yeah. Then finally, I just want to say, like, I was not able to serve, but Maharaj is always here. His Vani will be always here with us, and whatever we can do to, you know, serve Maharaj, you know, by being true to Srila Prabhupada's movement, you know, we will be able to serve Bhakti Charu Swami. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. It was, you know, very enlivening hearing you. Some of the things I do relate to what you said. I know His Holiness, His Grace, Sesha Prabhu did mention in his glorification of Guru Maharaj incidents about Brooklyn Temple, and also I think some of the things, especially you know, he sees Prabhupada everywhere, and he always takes shelter of Prabhupada. I think that's something that I can relate to. But thank you so much for coming today and sharing your memories and glorifying Guru Maharaj. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
We next have Hari Kishore Prabhu. If you're there, can you unmute and you can go ahead, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm here, so I'll start now. Yeah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Namne. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarani. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitamena Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So we are all engaged in hearing about Maharaj intensely for the last 1 month, and especially for the last 6 days. We have engaged continuously, right? Um, Completely absorbed in his pastimes and kirtans, um, Maharaj's kirtans. Different god brothers, senior disciples, disciples of other god brothers, devotees of ISKCON, devotees from other sampradayas, everyone glorified Maharaj. And we are all engaged. We don't want to stop. We want to hear. We want to hear more. So that is what happening. I mean, we are all engaged into the hearing of the devotee, hearing of the great Vaishnava who had dedicated his life for ISKCON, for Srila Prabhupada. Right. So there is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 1 and verse 69. In the purport, Prabhupada quotes, glorifying the Lord and glorifying Lord's devotees are the same, or rather, glorifying the devotee is more important than glorifying the Lord directly. So with this, we can understand this is a plan. This is the plan of Maharaj for all of us to get together on this platform, on this opportunity to talk about a devotee. That means indirectly talking about or uh, glorifying the Lord. So that being said, a lot of devotees they have shared their heart regarding Maharaj. So how much ever you say about Maharaj, how much ever you talk about his pastimes, that is not enough. Then I was thinking, okay, I mean, I didn't have a lot of direct association with Maharaj, but I want to share how I met him for the first time, and how I met him for the last time, and what happened in between, right? So this was summer of 2001. I came to US for the first time during that time, and our Madhupati Prabhu graciously somehow he allowed us to go to New Vrindavan. That was a trip, and that was my first visit to New Vrindavan. And I was new. I was a neophyte. I've been into ISKCON, but not much into I didn't know much about the whereabouts or how to wear, how to talk, and all those things. So I was in ISKCON. I was in New Vrindavan. I was always with the kids, not kids. They were in their teens. So one day it was afternoon in New Vrindavan, and suddenly Namras Prabhu, he was Amul at the time, so he just raised a point that we should go. Bhakti Charu Maharaj is here in New Vrindavan. Then I was wondering that was the first time I heard about the name Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Okay. Then I got to know, I didn't know who he was. So I got to know that he is a sannyasi, and he's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Then I was skeptical because I was new. I didn't know if I have to go or not go. But somehow these children, they're young, very young. So these children, they were there and they said, okay, let's go and meet Maharaj. I just followed them. Maharaj was living in the cabin at the time. We have cabins in Vrindavan. So one of the cabins, Maharaj was in there. I entered. I was always at the back as usual. So we entered together, and the moment Maharaj saw us, he had a big smile, and he was very happy. He received us as if he knew us. I mean, maybe Maharaj knew the other children, but I'm new. I never met Maharaj. So somehow he invited us. He made us sit in his room, personal room in the cabin, and he was talking, knowing about our whereabouts, and talking about what we're all doing, how we are doing, how did we come there, all the details. and I don't remember. I think I remember him giving some prashadam. I don't know if it is a cookie or fruit, but somehow. So that was my first meeting with Maharaj. It was. Um, I was shocked first of all for that moment. Now when Maharaj invited us, spoke to us so nicely. Um, I was shocked. How can be a sannyasi with that huge stature? How can he talk to us? Like, we are just children. I mean, I was our in 20s. So like with his children, how can I'm a new person there? How can he be so personal? So that is the quality of Maharaj. Speaking to everyone, getting attracted. I mean, that's an attraction for everyone. When you smile, Maharaj's smile was attractive. So when we are talking about Maharaj's smile, I just remember a verse in which Prabhupada quotes again in Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, this is in Canto 2, chapter 22, verse 21. The purport says, pure devotees are so absorbed in the thought of Krishna that they have no other engagement. Although they may seem to think or act otherwise, they are always thinking of Krishna. The smile of such a Krishna conscious person is so attractive that simply by smiling, he wins so many admirers, disciples, and followers. Right? So this with this verse or with this purport, I can surely say that Maharaj is the best example for this. That is my personal experience. So Maharaj is an epitome of etiquette. The another thing, right? So he served Prabhupada all his life, whole life. He gave this his life to Prabhupada, to ISKCON, right? And we can see that in his talk, every class he spoke. There, I'm sure there will be he'll quote Prabhupada many times, examples of Prabhupada, how Prabhupada used to treat them, how Prabhupada did this, how Prabhupada did the other thing. Um, so Maharaj was epitome of etiquette. He thinks about his Guru Maharaj all the time. He personally teaches everyone, his disciples especially, on how to cook, how to behave, how to talk, in many details, right? So that's what I found when I went to Dattatreya Prabhu, when Maharaj was visiting their place in the Piscataway house. And like, unfortunately or unfortunately, fortunately, because I had many options or many opportunities to meet with Maharaj, but I was always backseated. I mean, that's my nature. So um, that's an unfortunate thing, that I could not associate personally with Maharaj. I could not speak to him on a personal level. But that opportunity will never come back again, but that's okay. I have to say that that's okay. By just this is I mean, I have to rely on it only on the Vani of Maharaj, right? So this was the moment. So we'll come forward 20 years afterward, after the first meeting. This is the last meeting of me with Maharaj. So this was a Monday morning, june June 8th or June 6th. So I was chanting as usual, morning chanting. Then there were Chakori was telling me that you should go meet Maharaj. I knew that Maharaj was here, and I was always skeptical. I personally, I didn't want Maharaj to get hurt in any way with my presence. Like, this is a COVID season, so I was thinking, if I have a COVID in any way, or if I am asymptomatic to the COVID, then that should not cause any harm to Maharaj. That's why I was not visiting Maharaj. um, I was very I was thinking that I should not go, because Maharaj can come back and I can meet him, but I should not go. Then Chakori said, no, you should go. Maharaj comes, you should go. So that was the last day before Maharaj leaving New Jersey. We had a discussion, and she was strong. She said, you should go and meet Maharaj. So I was skeptical because I didn't want. Purnachandra Prabhu was also really following the social distancing thing, so I didn't want to like barge in like that and take darshan or something. So, but somehow something clicked in my mind. I said no, I should go. Then I just went. I was ready by the 10. I mean, I was already. Um, I took shower and everything, so I just went. Um, Knocked the door, went inside, and I spoke to Purnachandra who came out, and I told Prabhuji, shall I take darshan of Maharaj? And Purnachandra was um, very merciful enough. I mean, if I think that situation, I realize that it's a real mercy. It's a devotee or Maharaj's mercy that somehow Prabhu said, "Come on in." I said, I in that rush I forgot to wear my mask, for the COVID thing. Then I said, Prabhu, I forgot the mask. Is it okay to come in? Prabhu said, I'm sorry. Prabhuji said, it's okay, just come in. I went in. That was the last darshan I had of Maharaj. I paid obeisances. I thanked Maharaj for taking this risk, and um, I just paid obeisances and came out. That was a very short association, but that will remain in my heart forever, because um, because that is not going to come back. That is not going to come back again. So uh, this is my association. This is my uh, experiences, and this is my realization of Maharaj. And till now I think that uh, Maharaj came here uh, with a purpose, and I'm sure he has fulfilled his purpose. And I I feel the signs, and uh, I feel that positiveness, and I'm with those things I can say that Maharaj had a real calling. Maharaj, Prabhupada wanted him to go back. I'm sure uh, he has gone back for some other service. Uh, he mentioned in one of the classes that he has done whatever has to be done here in this world, and Maharaj was ready by 2012 in his Vyas Puja offering. He mentioned to Prabhupada that I have done whatever he asked me to do, whatever he has to do, you have asked me to do. So please take me back. So he was ready since 2012, but somehow there are some other projects, some other like magnanimous projects, like huge, humongous projects. So those are taken care, and the whatever, like all the devotees explained about New York Temple and other issues ISKCON had. He was single-handedly uh, handling them, uh, resolving them, but his smile was not never missing, even though he was in such a stressful situations. Whenever he meets or devotees, he was always smiling. Um, yes, so um, yeah, one more thing I want to say is I'm very much attracted to the Abhay Charan series. So Maharaj is very artistic in the way uh, he presents, and the way when you see the Abhay Charan, you can feel Maharaj's gratitude towards Srila Prabhupada. I'm sure Maharaj might have that uh, satisfaction of doing that series. It's not easy. It's not easy for a sannyasi. It's not easy for a non-technical the TV series person, like to put that like to shoot that series and present it to the devotees the way it has been happened. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm thanking Maharaj for taking such a risk, and for giving all these whatever is available, all the utilities, everything, like the love, the care, the smile, which we cannot forget. And uh, and thank you for all the disciples of Srila Maharaj for giving this opportunity to talk about him and to hear about him again and again. Haribol.
Thank you so much, Harkishore Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing your heart today. I can also relate to something that you mentioned. His last darshan we had when he was in New Jersey, that's etched in our hearts when we had that personal, when we met him in person. I can relate to what you're saying, but I'm happy that you got an opportunity to have his darshan and association before he flew to Florida. Thank you so much for coming today and sharing with us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Next, we have Krishnaman Prabhu. If I see you. If you can unmute yourself and if you can go ahead, that'll be great. Thank you.
Prabhu. Thank you. Please, dear devotees, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Please bless me so that I can speak based on the scriptural injunctions, and so that I don't make any offenses, and it benefits everyone, including me, and purifies me. I don't have any qualification. I was hesitating to speak because it's so purifying, so very soothing to just hear. And I mentioned to a couple of devotees also, maybe rather I shouldn't speak, I should just hear. Sorry, somebody called. But I'll try my best. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langaite girim yatkrupaatamaham vande Sri Gurum Devatarana Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhayeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord. So many unlimited qualities. So such an insignificant my side, how much I can glorify, but I will try. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunair tatra samasate sura. Prabhupada quotes again and again this particular verse. So that means those who are unalloyed, engaged in unalloyed pure devotion service, they have unlimited qualities, wonderful qualities of a Vaishnava. That is Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. So Sri Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj has, first one is Kirtan, Krishna Kirtan. Amazing Kirtan. So last almost 11 or 12 years, I didn't have a one-on-one personal association, but at least I used to sit in the front and I used to hear Kirtan class and some Gita Nagari, the Tatri Prabhu's place, MBCC, our old temple, even current temple. So many times I'm very much blessed by Maharaj's association, Maharaj's Katha and Kirtan, and you name it, so many. So the first one is the Kirtan. I was amazed, and it was so much, so soothing and so sweet, especially because Maharaj is born in Bengal and pure devotion is coming out, and it's amazing. I was thinking actually before I start speaking, I should hear, because it should first, that's why Prabhupada has emphasized, before beginning the class, there must be a Kirtan, so that it purifies the heart, we are rightly situated, and we speak. So I was thinking that I should hear Maharaj's Kirtan and before I speak. So Kirtan is amazing. I used to, and Maharaj, as soon as he starts, and then we used to take harmony and then start singing Kirtan. It was really, I still remember the Kirtans Maharaj sang in so many of these temples and devotees places. And then the Krishna's creativity for Krishna. It's amazing creativity. So many aspects. The Abhay Charan movie I saw so many times. My kids and myself, many years after we received the Abhay Charan movie. It's I don't think anybody else can make this kind of a movie, especially on Sri Prabhupada, spiritual devotional movie, glorifying our founder Acharya. It's unexplainable. So much. It's really, really amazing work. And then the second kind of creativity is the Maharaj's altars, the deity altars, our temple. And also one time, Maharaj in Gita Nagari retreat, by seeing Shri Radha Damodar Mandir altar, so small, and Prabhupada also, he saw the altars, both altars, then immediately told that he announced, I'm going to donate from my side So how many of you all want to help me in this? Then many devotees raise their hands, and by next year retreat time, we will have this ready, both altars. And Maharaj did that, and it was such a, now if you go to, maybe many of you may not remember, but I remember very much, and really it was Maharaj so much, with a pure heart. Maharaj is paying attention to the details, everything. He wants to make sure Srila Prabhupada and Supreme Lordship Sri Radha Damodar are nicely, placed on a nice altar, not, if it is possible. And then so Maharaj tried his best to do that. And I was really, it was so much immense pleasure to all the devotees. So that is one of, another creativity is I still have. So the Guru Parampara, it's so much exquisitely beautiful. The Guru Parampara, I don't know how many of you have. I have it with me, and it is by the blessing of Sukumari Mataji and Dattatreya Prabhu. I got the Guru Parampara, and I worship every day, and it's so really a blessing to have the Guru Parampara. Personally, you can see with very nice imprints of all the Guru Parampara. Such a creativity, I don't think anybody can do that unless they have this pure devotion, attachment to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Parampara. Then also Bhakti Charu Maharaj and cooking. It's amazing cook, as we heard from so many devotees. And I remember Maharaj cooking badi chechri, bada chechri for Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said, no, its chili is less. You need to have add more chili. Like this, so many pastimes, Prabhupada, so much cooking Maharaj did. And recently I heard from my Guru Maharaj that he went to, recently when Guru Maharaj was having 2 surgeries, he went to the hospital and he cooked for all the servants. He, without even thinking anything, he just went and cooked and served them. Can we imagine? It's impossible unless we have that personal relationship more than the Lord, serving the devotees and caring for the devotees and serving the devotees. It's unless you have that so much sincerity and dedication and love for the, it's coming from because Prabhupada's heart, because he loved and served Prabhupada, and Prabhupada's mercy is flowing through Sri Prabhupada to Sri Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, so that that's why we can see that all these magnanimous qualities, not ordinary, not extraordinary, it's pure devotee, it's magnanimous qualities just flowing through Sri Prabhupada, his divine grace, founder Acharya. So like this, Kirtan, Prasadam, the cooking, and then I learned a lot of cooking. I'm not a good cook, but I learned a lot of Bengali cooking from Sukumari Mataji. And it's really, we are missing a lot, 11 Coventry Circle, so much Dattatreya Prabhu and Sukumari Mataji. You can see the exemplary service from Maharaj's qualities in their mood, in their service. Such a intimate service they used to do. Sri Prabhupada used to attend every day. Mangalarti we used to do there on Saturday morning. So it was amazing. And Mataji used to cook all the Bengali cookings. And then many of these disciples like Mamatamai Mataji, Savitri Mataji, and they're perfect in making. Maharaj used to tell also what is missing, what to improve, what to do, what not to do in the, especially rasgullas and other sweets, cham cham, and there is other sweet Sukumari Mataji used to make. And like this, the Bengali dal, Bengali saag. So I learned many of them by seeing, by observing Sukumari Mataji, how she's cooking, and based on the ingredient I used to ask questions, what and all she put. So it's all coming from Maharaj's qualities of how Maharaj cooks with so much love and devotion. So this is cooking, kirtan, creativity, the Vaishnava etiquette. And Maharaj quote this verse so many times. I heard myself in this within this New Jersey, New York area. Shruti Smriti Purana Adi Pancharatrika Vidimuna Aikanti Bhaktir Hare Utpataiva Kalpate. Please follow the process. If you don't follow the process, if you don't follow this achar given, instructions given by Shastra and or spiritual masters, is going to create a chaos. So please make sure follow the process. And Maharaj emphasized so many times. And timing also very particular on timing. One time Maharaj, seeing the time, Maharaj came first and devotees are not there at Dattatreya Prabhu's place. And Maharaj mentioned, he mentioned timing is very, very important. Krishna, time is Krishna. So Maharaj has taught in so many aspects in the Vaishnava etiquette, and many times Maharaj chastised the sometimes garlands. Prabhupada garland is a little bit small or not thick, but the garland given to Maharaj was thick and very nice, better than the Prabhupada's garland or the lady's garland. Then immediately Maharaj chastised them. This is not the way, and then he is showing by the example. And then I recently heard from Bhakti Vijay Bhagavad Swami Maharaj, recently got sannyas to Mayapur. He was mentioning Maharaj chastised many times recently after he received some complaints. And then he told that, Maharaj told that even though Bhakti Maharaj told him, actually, I need to chastise because how will others will learn? Because I had to chastise you so that others will learn. So that's why I had to chastise. Please don't mind. And then they both hugged each other. And Maharaj has so much love. Unless you have love, we cannot chastise. Especially the Maharaj or Guru, those who are in that quality, they cannot chastise unless you have pure love for the Guru Parampara and the devotees and the Lord. It's not possible. So that's why Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, it's important for us to teach. That's why he used to chastise, especially the Vaishnava etiquette is very, very important. So that is another quality. Many other qualities, I think many devotees mentioned, but I want to also a little bit, my heart is so hard, it's not so soft. So I'm a little bit, after going through, I think when Maharaj started from Ujjain, I heard it, but somehow I was not sure exactly why Maharaj coming at this time. Then once Maharaj was here, and then Maharaj is in the hospital. Then after a day or two, after 2-3 days, then I started feeling so many thoughts. Even till today, also so many waves of thoughts are coming. Somehow, these thoughts are, what exactly is happening and what we need to do, and what exactly is the position of a pure devotee, a position of a devotee, position of a living entity, and what is the relationship and how to attain the goal. In these three aspects, the various thoughts, the first one, I'll bring these 3 considerations we have to take, as Maharaj says always, consider these points. The first consideration is, Maharaj is the Prabhupada explains this, and Krishna explains this in Bhagavad Gita. We are not the creator, we are not the enjoyer, but rather we are the cooperator. And that's where we have the biggest identity crisis, because we think all other things, but not the cooperator. Cooperator is not just to cooperate. I know Prabhupada mentioned cooperate with each other, but main thing is the Krishna consciousness behind. The main point is cooperate with the will of the Lord, cooperate with the will of the spiritual master, His Divine Grace, Prabhupada, in the case of Sri Bhakti Charu Maharaj and Braj also. So that Maharaj has come, Maharaj has just taken by the will of the Lord, he just followed, cooperated with the will of the Lord, cooperated with the will of Sri Prabhupada. That is the only reason he has come. Otherwise, there is no reason for him to come, because he knows every detail of what is this COVID situation, every detail of it, more than anybody else. But he has taken only because of this cooperation with the, when this situation can come, only when this is possible, only when we are fully surrendered. We might be cooperating to some extent, we all cooperate because as devotees we cooperate to some extent, but the highest degree of cooperation means the highest degree of surrender, full faith, full surrender to spiritual master and the Supreme Lord. Only then this can happen. As Prabhupada also explains, Lord may take away everything. There is one verse Prabhupada quotes. When will that happen? It doesn't happen to you and me. It happens to only the pure devotees of the Lord who are fully surrendered, dedicated. Like in Srila Prabhupada case, it happened. Everything was taken away, all his business and everything. Same way as this, fully cooperating with the will of the Lord. And we can take the example of Parikshit Maharaj. Even though he's great king, he is a great devotee of the Lord. Why did he has to do that activity? Because by the will of the providence, it has happened. He has thrown the snake, dead snake on the swingy, and then on top of it, he didn't. He got to know that 7 days he's going to die, and then he didn't lament. He just accepted as the will of the Lord. He's accepted. Otherwise, he's young. He's not like a old. He's going to die in few days. And Maharaj is also young. Nobody expected that Maharaj is going to, we're going to have this situation. At least 10, 15, 20 years, everybody expected that. No, nobody expected that this thing will happen. And same thing with Parikshit Maharaj. He never expected. But as soon as by the will of the Lord that incident happened, by the will of the Lord, we can see Sri Bhakti Maharaj also has left that place. And the pure devotees will know. If not, I'm not sure at this, my qualification, I'm not able to know when Maharaj left, whether he knows the exactly what's happening. But I'm sure that, at least I'm 100% sure that Maharaj knows the plan at least few days before, at the time of joining the hospital, or at least few days after that. Definitely 100% I'm fully convinced, based on the Sri Prabhupada's writings and Shastra. It is clearly, it is nothing to doubt about it. So this is the first consideration, is cooperation with the Lord. So that means it is a teaching lesson for all of us to how to surrender more and more, and how to cooperate with each other, cooperate with especially the plan and will of the Lord. How will we know? Only when we study scrutinizingly Sri Prabhupada's instructions, then only we'll know. Otherwise, there is no possibility for us to know what exactly this cooperation with the will of the Lord, cooperation with the will of spiritual master. And Parikshit Maharaj cooperated. That's why 7 days he didn't care. He left everything. And then he just went to the bank of Ganga. And by the will of the Lord, see, Sukadeva Goswami also, he walked in. How did he know? Because pure devotees will know. So first of all, he will make sure that Lord will make sure that he will make all those arrangements. And Sukadeva Goswami walked in. All the devotees also walked in. Why did that happen? So why all these 10 days devotees chanted? Because this is the situation for us to learn, transform. It is not so much for Maharaj. It is for us, for all others. That's why the situation. Otherwise, it would happen in some other place, Mayapur or Vrindavan, or some other situation. This situation wouldn't have come. This much transformation, this much, so many places. It wouldn't have. And the example of Bhishma Pitama, the battlefield, the soldier, the devotee, the great devotee of the Lord, always, it doesn't matter how and when, what's going to happen. So that's why on the battlefield, Maharaj chosen. So while preaching, he came for preaching for Deland to correct the situation and improve the situation, to expand the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada. So that's why we see that this is the first consideration, is the cooperation of the Lord. The second consideration is the relationship with the Lord. And Prabhupada emphasized, and Parikshit Maharaj himself is speaking this. In the second canto, 8th chapter, verse number 6, is mentioning this, that, and Prabhupada quotes, so Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they have taken great difficulties, and Prahlad Maharaj, these three names Prabhupada mentions in the purport, they taken great difficulty. Dautatma Purusha Krishna, the Padam Namunchati, Mukta Sarva Pariklesha, Pantas Saranam Yatha. So basically, he's telling Dautatma means pure devotee whose heart is cleansed. He will take the shelter of the Purusha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he never leaves Padam Om Namunchati. He never leaves the feet, lotus feet at any cost, at any difficulty. Doesn't matter how hard it is, how difficult it is. Worst situation, still he never leaves the lotus feet of spiritual master and the Supreme Lord. And then he'll definitely will be liberated. Mukta Sarva Pariklesha. All, doesn't matter what situation, what it is. And Prabhupada quotes that, like Prahlad Maharaj, Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, they all three, despite so many difficulties for preaching, they have taken. They didn't care because they are fully surrendered. And the Prabhupada emphasized, this is the important point. They are in a family tie, just like a traveler, when the last line of that verse is saying, just like a traveler, he travels so many places, he was so much, he's tired, and he's away from the home. But when he comes back at home, then he was served nicely by the family members and others and kids. Then he nicely said he is so happy. He's back at home. Same way, pure devotees, doesn't matter what difficulty and how much, what kind of situation it is, because he's in the pure devotee of the Lord, is always in family tie with the Supreme Lord. So that's why external situation doesn't matter in any way, not even a single percent. So that's why Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, you can see that he's in fully in relation with the Prabhupada and the Supreme Lord. So that's why there is no anxiety, not a single percent of anxiety. He is fully dedicated and he is fully remembering that lotus feet, soft lotus feet of his divine grace and the Supreme Lord. So this is the second consideration. And the third consideration is the attaining finally. And Prabhupada mentioned this in the attaining the Supreme 8.24. Prabhupada mentioned, for devotee, yes, there it is mentioned two parts. If somebody passes away during the sunny time, daytime, and then Uttarayan, then he will go to the spiritual world. If somebody passes away in Dakshinayan and the night time, then he has to come back. And then Prabhupada explains in that purport, 8.24 purport. For a devotee, pure devotee of the Lord, it doesn't matter. It could be by arrangement or it could be by an accident. Like Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj passed away at an accident. But for a pure devotee, it doesn't matter. Prabhupada will mention in the purport. They will definitely, surely attain the lotus feet. Even if Lord doesn't remember, even if we don't remember, the pure devotee of the Lord, there shouldn't be a question. But even if you think that he didn't, pure devotee of the Lord didn't remember, and Upanishad clearly saying, verse number 17, clearly saying, even if devotee doesn't remember, Lord will remember. Lord will remember. So so Shastra is clearly telling, and Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj is quoting Varaha Purana, that Shastra says that there also same thing is quoted. Definitely for pure devotee, Lord will make sure he will remember. So that 100% assurance is given in so many places, and Prabhupada is emphasizing. And then the final, in this way, so we should never doubt why Maharaj has to go through the situation, why it only at COVID, why only in America, why not in Mayapur, Vrindavan. Lord has so much detailed plan. Otherwise, why Parikshit Maharaj it happened? Why Bhishma Dev it happened? We think that Bhishma Dev is on the opposite side, just like that. But it has a detailed understanding why Bhishma Dev has to choose on the other side. Because Bhishma Dev has to see the Lord in that particular relation, Rasa, Chivalry Rasa. Lord has to fight with him. Lord has to sweat his, sweat to really come towards with his chakra, wheel of the chariot towards Bhishma. Then only he stopped, and then he saw the Lord, and then he decided, okay, this time has come. But still, there is another bigger instructions has to be given to Pandavas. That's why that specific plan of the Lord has happened. And then Vishnu Pitama accepted as that is the plan of the Lord. And then here also, Sri Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj has he has accepted the will of the plan of the Lord, and anyway he wanted to go back in the association Prabhupada, as he mentioned in Vyasa Puja offering. But he accepted the will of the Lord. Time has come. So that's why he left. So and we should consider that the plan of the Lord. Why did he do that in this COVID? Because all these devotees are praying intensely. Regularly we chant, but not so much. Intensity is not there. We are not crying. No tears are not coming out while we are chanting. So that's why this situation has created to transform us. Otherwise, we take very lightly. Even despite COVID situation, we don't take it seriously. So that's why this is to bring the seriousness. And the final consideration is Narada Muni's example. Narada Muni's own example is exactly the case. You can see everybody, the poor Bhakti Vedantists has instructed him as a spiritual master, they left. And his mother also passed away. Nobody is there. Nobody. Then what did Narada Muni do? Narada Muni thought, oh, why did it happen? Why Lord happened? He didn't question the Lord. He just exactly simply followed the instructions of Bhakti Vedantists, pure devotees of the Lord. And then he just simply carried on with so much intensity and devotion and determination. That is exactly the same thing we all need to do. Maharaj is already pure devotee. So, from the beginning, it is for us to consider this, that we should never doubt the Lord's plan at all. So we have to, that's why reading Prabhupada's books is very, very important. This gives utmost understanding of each and every situation. Whatever happens in our life, we'll be able to digest, we'll be able to observe and reflect what exactly is happening, and then how we can improve and get close to Sri Prabhupada and the spiritual master and the Supreme Lord. So this is the consideration. So I just want to share my, so many other thoughts are coming, but I think I don't know the time. I think I might have, still time is there. Raj Gopal Prabhu, what is the time? Whatever I took the time.
8:32, but it's always a pleasure to hear you.
So if you, I think one more thought, as I was explaining other day in class and in the morning class, the example of the plant Bhakti creeper, I was seeing with this situation, I was correlating as per difficulty can come at any stage. On the other day, the last few days, there was so many thunderstorms. And then I had so many plants at my home, all in containers. And because of these thunderstorms, things are falling off, and then some plants are falling off, and then even the seeds, whatever is, because unless the flower comes, then only fruit comes. Because we have to ultimate, what is ultimate goal? Krishna Prema has to, we have to come to. So the, before that, flower has to come. The mature fruit is Krishna Prema. But Adha Shraddha, Dada Asagam, we have 10 steps. Final step is Krishna Prema. But before step is the Bhava stage, ecstatic symptom. That Bhava stage is like a flower. From flower, fruit will come, whether it's tomato or beans or whatever the case is. Generally, that is the case. When these flowers get destroyed during the thunderstorms or what deer eating or whatever, it could be a number of things. So it can happen even the last minute. Is tomorrow fruit is going to come, but just before that, 5 minutes before or 1 day before, this thing can happen. Damage can cause through Adi Bhautik or Adi Atmik or Adi Daivik. Same way, so that these difficulties we see externally, Bhakti Charu Maharaj going through that difficulty, but we see only external things, but internally is fully focused. So we have to understand that these difficulties can come only when we take the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and spiritual master and regularly focus sadhana and dedication of our service, serving devotees, and with nice relationships. Then slowly and gradually we can really come to Krishna Prema within one lifetime. Prabhupada mentions it is not impossible. It is possible only when we take really very thorough, in our sadhana. Basically, that's what it is. This. So that in this Bhakti Kripa, these unwanted anarthas will come, so many difficulties will come, either thunderstorms, whether deers or different animals, different living beings. So we may get so many difficulties. Somebody is criticizing, or sometimes we hear this recent New Vrindavan incident. So many things may bother us. Why this happened? Why Lord is doing this? But unless we have a Siddhanta, we have a Shastra, we have a pure devotee's mercy, we hear regularly, then only we can understand the situation and we can improve our situation. Otherwise, we will stay where we are and will not be able to really correct ourselves. Despite these incidents happen, Krishna is arranging these incidents only for us to learn. It is not simply just coincidence or something. It is for us to learn from these incidents and then to really take the benefit of it. So with that, I will stop here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Please forgive me if I stated anything incorrect or offended any of you. Thank you. Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for sharing philosophically, shastrically, and your realizations. Some of the things which are deep, profound, especially cooperating with the will of Guru and Srila Prabhupada and Guru and then Krishna. And the other one that you mentioned, traveling like a traveler, traveling with so much difficulty, but when they come back to the family, it's taken care of. Coming back to, for a pure devotee, coming back to Krishna and the Guru Maharaj, it's so comforting. And the other one that you mentioned from Upanishad, verse 17, Lord remembers pure devotee, and he will take care of the arrangement. So profound. Thank you for sharing so wonderful things today. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Rajagopal Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
I see Mamtamai Mataji joined from India. Hare Krishna, Mamtamai Mataji. Very happy to see you. So if you can unmute Mataji. Mamtamai Mataji, maybe you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, we can only request Prabhuji. Mataji needs to do it.
Mataji, if you see any button there, you can click on that. Unmute. Yeah, now we can hear you. Mataji, go ahead, talk.
Yes, can I talk to tomorrow, because I was just seeing that what you're saying.
Yeah, no worries. Actually, you are scheduled for tomorrow, but I was happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see you also. I'm listening to you. It's really so pleasure to me. But at this moment.
Okay, thank you very much for joining. Yeah. Okay. Please go ahead.
We are missing your kulfi, Mataji. Kulfi and so many sweets. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Punisana Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Mamta Mataji. We look forward to hearing you tomorrow. And thank you for joining and while we are sharing memories and glorification of Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. So Aparajita, you are next. If you can unmute yourself and go ahead. Thank you.
Ram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namani. Ram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharini. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Maharaj. So first, I'd like to start by thanking all of you, each and every one of you, for loving me, guiding me, and supporting me with my endeavors, both spiritually and materially. It's by Guru Maharaj's pure mercy that I have been blessed to have had all of your wonderful and loving association throughout my life. But most of all, it's Maharaj's mercy and Prabhupada's divine arrangement that I had the fortune of even getting to have Maharaj's darshan and serve him. I consider myself as the most degraded and fallen devotee. If I wonder if I'm even worthy of being called devotee, not that I think so. So it was July 4th when we heard the news of Maharaj's departure. I was on my way to Florida for his last darshan, and everywhere people were lighting fireworks because it was Independence Day. So my initial thought was that I hated July 4th and I hated everybody lighting fireworks because Maharaj's presence will no longer be with us. But then later I thought and I realized that today Guru Maharaj is finally reunited with Srila Prabhupada. And that knowing or unknowingly, everybody is celebrating the union of a supremely devoted spiritual son with his spiritual father. I tried to console myself thinking that everyone is celebrating Guru Maharaj's entrance into the spiritual realm today. So I remember when I was in high school, at the end of my high school, I had to choose a career path and my mind was stuck at a roadblock. So then I spoke to Maharaj and then he first asked me what I wanted to do and if I had a profession in my mind. So I shared with him that I wanted to become a pilot. So which he expressed his concern that the lifestyle is very unstable and uncertain for a girl. He further explained his reasoning behind that decision, that when I would have a family and have kids of my own, my career would interfere with my duty towards my family. He then asked me if my mother had something in mind that she wanted me to choose. So I told him that she wants me to become a doctor. To that he again said that I would spend a lot of time in school on my education. And eventually I might not practice at some stage in my life when I would have a family. He said, you'll spend so much time in school, and then what if you leave practicing? Then all that time in school would have been wasted where it could have been invested in your Krishna consciousness life. He said, better pick a flexible career option that gives you the liberty to focus on your spiritual life more. He then suggested, what do you think of being a pharmacist? So I replied, Maharaj, my mother is not in favor of it. And then he inquired why. So I said, because Maharaj, she says, what if in the future we move to India? To which he laughed and said, oh, so she thinks you might become a Davai Wala and sell medicines at the store. And then shared some alternative career paths with him. and then told him later I was interested in looking towards becoming a PA, physician assistant, to which he smiled and said that it's a good occupation. Go ahead with it. Later, I changed my major, and then I informed him again of my current plans. He not only approved it, but also expressed his happiness with it. And he was also happy. He expressed it to my mother that, oh, she chose what I advised her to choose. It's very nice. So that reassured that I was on the right path in my mind. There was a phase in our lives where my mother and I, we were going through some challenges. And I still remember Maharaj told us, these are his exact words. He said, tell me if there's anything I can do. Whatever help you need, please tell me. And then he looked at me and he told me, promise me if you ever need any kind of help, if your mother needs anything, you will ask me for help and you will not hesitate to ask. This is one of the memories that reiterates how personal he was with everyone, at least for me. He was kind enough to grace me with more than one of the memories that I can cherish and hold dear to me, that would last me a lifetime, that would get me through this life. Back when I was a teenager, my mother was inclined and aspiring for Maharaj. She would often play his lectures everywhere. To that, I most of the times would fall asleep. So one time my mother asked me, why do you always only fall asleep when Maharaj's lectures are playing? And then I said, because his voice is so sweet and so soothing and relaxing that it puts me to sleep. It's almost sweet enough that it sounds like a lullaby when he's telling a story. Now, when I think back to it, I just feel so stupid and foolish that I've taken Maharaj's presence for granted for all those years. But now that Maharaj is gone physically from this world, I do feel very broken and shattered inside. There are moments when I feel I have a grip over myself and I try to think that this is all Krishna's part and this is all Krishna's plan. Try to accept that as the reality and his will. But then again, there are moments, for example, this morning and right now, where my heart feels very heavy and I just feel so suffocated inside. I never realized how much Maharaj meant to me, how much he meant in my life. Unfortunately enough, it took losing him physically for me to realize that. Maybe it's just my emotions clouding my judgment and my ability to think clearly, but I do know one thing for a fact, is that I will always miss Maharaj very much dearly. As I saw that day, and I believe Maharaj is happy as he is finally with his beloved Srila Prabhupada. I try to tell myself that Maharaj has spent so many years in separation from his beloved spiritual master Srila Prabhupada. And now that Guru Maharaj is finally happy that he's reunited with Srila Prabhupada, he must be so happy and blissful. And I know that I should be happy because he is happy and I should be happy for him. I know that he's watching all of us and he wouldn't like for me to be sad. But time and again, I realize that I won't ever get to see my spiritual grandfather physically. I'll never get to see that sweet, loving smile or experience the joy of him glancing over compassionately. Sorry. I know that when I write an email this time, there will be no reply in return. But I do know that Guru Maharaj is with us through his instructions and teachings, and that he's watching over us. I know that Maharaj's presence is still with us. And I promise you, Guru Maharaj, that I will never leave ISKCON and I will never leave the shelter of Srila Prabhupada and try to imbibe your instructions in my life. My last chance to serve him while he was present here was when I cooked paneer and zucchini noodles for him. When Maharaj was honoring prasadam, he asked, who prepared which dish the way he usually does while he's honoring prasadam? So then the devotees answered which dish was prepared by who. So then he asked who made the paneer. Then the devotees replied, Aprajita. And I still remember he looked up while honoring prasadam and nodded his head in validation and appreciation. And that face of him smiling and nodding, something I can never forget and has been imprinted in my mind forever. I am so grateful to Maharaj for giving me the chance to serve him one last time, giving me the chance to serve his Bapu directly. Sorry. This will be one of my fondest memories of Guru Maharaj, that it's strongly imprinted in my head. I did ask Maharaj about initiation once while I was in college, and I remember him telling me to wait till my education is over to get initiated from him. But now that Maharaj is physically not present amidst us, and now when I think of having a guru in my life, I feel totally lost and alone. Although I do know Maharaj will continue to guide me throughout my life. Like he has in the past, I will always respect and consider Maharaj as my spiritual guide. But nobody can fill that void in my heart due to Maharaj's disappearance. I do know Maharaj has overpowered his mercy by giving me his last darshan in Florida, and I have been thinking that I have done nothing, absolutely nothing to deserve that. Why was Maharaj so merciful upon me? And the only reason that makes sense to me right now is that I can become more serious and dedicated in my sadhana. And it just goes to show that Maharaj, in a true sense, was the ocean of mercy, who was flooding his mercy on everyone that came in contact with him. Maharaj, you've given me and all of us immense reasons to be proud and grateful to ISKCON, this mission, our philosophy, our culture, and moreover, be grateful to you for having you present in our lives one way or the other. But from now on, I will try to lead my life in a way that might hopefully make you somewhat happy, if not proud of me. Maharaj's presence can be felt through his melodies, kirtans, bhajans, and most of all his instructions and teachings. But more especially, it could be felt through the compassion and love that we all hold for each other in this beautiful transcendental family created by Prabhupada called ISKCON. As Maharaj's favorite instructions from Srila Prabhupada was that offer this one life to Krishna. And so he undoubtedly did, with so much of grace and devotion and dedication. Maharaj, I promise to you, I will try my best to offer this life in your service to Krishna. As this is a huge responsibility I'm taking upon myself, I pray to all of you for your blessings to help and guide me, your daughter, if I ever deviate from Maharaj's teachings, and continue to bless me that I can fulfill this vow. I pray to you, Maharaj, to bless me, and please continue to guide me, so I can meditate on your lotus feet and continue to serve you and Srila Prabhupada. Just one last thought, that if I ever take birth again, which I know I will, because I'm not going back to Godhead anytime soon, since I haven't done anything to deserve it. I pray that I get to serve you and have your association, even if that means having this very same life, with the very same challenges, with the very same difficulties. If I just get to have your association and serve you. All glories to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aparajita, for sharing your what I know how difficult it is. You're one of the few, I think Devkinandan Prabhu mentioned the other day. We were very proud of all of you going there. We felt as if you four of you represented all of central New Jersey, because that was something close to Guru Maharaj's heart. And we felt as if you're praying and getting his blessings for all of us. I know Punjan Prabhu mentioned that. But you're so fortunate, and thank you for coming today and sharing your heart with us. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Prem Prada Mataji, you can.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Vinami Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Vinaya Contact with the Krishna Kripasam Chakatipana Bhavanabhyo Vishnavam Maham. Hare Krishna everyone. My heart is beating very hard. I never came in front and spoke, but I was thinking if not now, and then I will never do. Because Guru Maharaj always, he wanted us to be dashing and outgoing, and he wanted us to achieve something in life, not being back and looking at what things are happening. So for this reason, I wanted to share a few things. And then before that, I want to thank a few devotees who helped us to grow in our spiritual life. So first of all, I want to thank Madhupati Prabhu, who since the beginning, the day one, he was like a like brother and like uncle for us. We never felt that he is temple president. So he always been for us whenever we needed. So for that, we all from our family, we want to thank Madhupati Prabhu that supporting us for always for being with us, and then giving us the free will to worship Radha Shyam Sundar. And then again, I want to thank Devaki Nandan Prabhu. I want to share Devaki Nandan Prabhu, if you are listening. I'm really very thankful for all your help. I remember since the beginning, when Bhakti Maharaj left, that time we went to his glorification. They had some ceremony, so we went to attend that program. So while coming back, so Devaki Nanda Prabhu came with us, and then we were like we were in the very new, and then we wanted Guru in our life. We knew that we need Guru now from. So then we were thinking. Before that I used to listen Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Guru Maharaj kirtans very much. I used to like the kirtans. So and then when we were traveling, coming back to New Jersey in the car, so that time we discussed with Prabhu. He is the one who planted the seed in our heart. We were discussing what to do now. Like before, I was Prabhuji talked with Devaki Nandan Prabhu. He said, Prabhu, Prema Prada. That time my name was different. So he said that she likes Maharaj very much, her kirtan very much, and then he used to like Sachinandan Maharaj very much. So we were not sure. He was not sure what to do, and then he asked Devaki Nandan Prabhu, and Devaki Nandan Prabhu said very nicely that you should serve once. You should take shelter from one guru, where you can serve nicely, so without any adults. So that way you will be like you can serve easily. So there will not be any conflicts or. So then we said. Then we were thinking what, and then then Prabhuji, when he came to know that we like Bhakti Charu Maharaj very much, so he talked so much about Bhakti Charu Maharaj. He glorified so much. Then he planted the seed in our heart, and then that seed which grown, and then for that for that, growing the seed. I want to thank Sukumari Mataji and Dattatreya Prabhu, who watered that seed for growing. And then I want to thank our Shiksha Guru Sri Vrindavan Prabhu and Nityanavina Mataji, who became fence and then guarded that plant. So we are very thankful for these devotees who helped us to be here today and serve Guru Maharaj. So thank you, all of you. And Central New Jersey gave us so much love. We don't know where we get like that love. So it's not just devotees but they are like, all of us are like a sisters and brothers. So we never felt like we are going temple or we are going somewhere, but always we felt like we are in our home. We are going to one home to other home to meet Sunday devotees. So ISKCON CNJ, we are very, 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 very happy to be in this group. So and before starting some past like saying some pastimes with Guru Maharaj, which we had, so sweet pastimes. So I want to share one realization which recently I had. So it maybe feel something different. If it is feeling something different, please forgive me. But it was my realization for Guru Maharaj when recently it happened. So last Thursday, when Guru Maharaj was in hospital, so that time so many devotees, they were calling and they were asking so many questions, and we were so disturbed. We didn't know what to do, and then we thought that we will talk to Bhakti Prem Maharaj, and then I told Prabhuji sent a message. He told Maharaj, if you have some time, please call us. We want to talk to you. So then on Thursday at 7:30, Maharaj called us, and then at that same time we have this Bhagavad Gita class for the kids. So Bhagavad Gita class for the adults and kids. So in that class, usually I sit with Rama because Rama is learning very nicely. Raja Gopal Prabhu and Saujanya Radhika Mataji and Namru Prabhu. They are Gita Kirti Mataji. They're teaching so nicely Bhagavad Gita shlokas. They are doing Guru Maharaj dream come true. So I'm thankful for them also. So the class was going on, and then usually in the class, Rama doesn't sit at all in the class, and then he is always is playing with this, and then the lecture, the class is going on. So basically I sit with him because to make sure that he's doing good. So that day when Bhakti Prem Maharaj called, then I wanted to attend that call. So I left Rama and then I went to other side of the room. And then Rama didn't realize that I was not there. And then when Saujanya Mataji called him, Rama, it's your turn. So he got panicked. And then he was searching for me. Where is my mom? Where is my mom? Because he was so dependent on me because I was helping him all the time. I was there for all the time. I used to turn the pages when he support him. So he was so dependent on me that when he didn't see when Mataji called him, so he got so panicked. So the reason I was telling this my episode is that like Guru Maharaj is now when we met when we went to Florida to see Guru Maharaj. So I felt this like Guru Maharaj is not in the same room where I am. I need it, but he is watching me because when Saujanya Mataji called, I was 100%. My mind is like 10%. I'm listening to Bhakti Prem Maharaj, but 90%. My whole focus is on Rama, like whether he's doing good or no. So I felt the same that Guru Maharaj is not visible to us now, but he is 99% he is looking at us, and then he is listening what we are doing. And then I realized one more thing when we went to see Guru Maharaj and when we came back. So when we came home, we were so tired because continuously we were driving, and then we didn't feel any tired, like because we started on Friday, and then we continuously we drove, and then we attended, we saw Guru Maharaj, we met him, and then we immediately came back. So we never felt tired. We were so like, we never had like this before, because whenever you travel, you feel like when you get down from the car, right? So we didn't feel anything. So we were so like, what's happening with us? Where we are getting this strength from? So, and then when everybody was asking, thank you everybody that who called us for prasadam and support. So everybody was asking us for prasadam. I was thinking that I don't know when I will pay back for them, or if I take. So I was thinking it's okay, I will do myself. But when we came home, I was so tired. Very after taking shower, it was like I'm going to fall down now. So then I thought, thank to Satyapriya Mataji, Arjuna Gopi Mataji, and all Jyotirmay Mataji, and all the devotees who brought the prasadam. And then when I took shower and came down, and when I saw in the kitchen, there was so much prasadam everywhere. So many items were there. And then whoever served Guru Maharaj, they might be they realize this. Like whenever Guru Maharaj he comes, he takes prasadam. After taking prasadam, he goes sits on the couch, and then he talks with us for like hour or so. He checks until he sees that we don't have any more questions. And then he says that okay, now you go take prasadam. So I felt like that when I opened the fridge, when I saw in the kitchen and everywhere there was prasadam. So I felt like Guru Maharaj is saying, okay, now you are so tired, you all go take prasadam. So I felt like that. So even though you cannot hear Guru Maharaj saying that, oh, go take prasadam, go, you all take prasadam, but you can feel that presence. He says that if you see that you cannot see him, but he is there. He will see you, but you have to feel that. I felt that Guru Maharaj is there, that he's saying that to me, that go take prasadam. So and then I want to say a few pastimes which Guru Maharaj we had so nicely, that we served Guru Maharaj. He gave us so much opportunity. He was so patient, and then he never said anything that we are not qualified at all. Especially me, I don't know what to do when I get so panicked when Guru Maharaj comes, even though he's so humble. So he never says anything. So I have so much I want to do so much to him, but I get so panicked. I become like, I forgot everything what to do when he comes. So in the very beginning also, now also I have that fear. It's not fear, like I want to give the best, but I make mess all the time. So in the very beginning, I remember like when Dattatraya Prabhu, Sukumari Mataji, Mamta Mataji, only we were there to serve Guru Maharaj, very, very beginning. So that time Guru Maharaj used to call to cook Shripati or Siva, somebody used to come to cook to Guru Maharaj, because we were very new and we didn't know what Guru Maharaj wants. And Guru Maharaj had special diet that time. So they used to travel. And then when Guru Maharaj came home that time, and then we cooked, and next day when he was leaving, so it was very, I woke up very early morning, and then I was not used to waking up early morning, because it was very, very beginning time. So it like waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, that means it's a very, very big thing for me, because my schedule was 7 o'clock or something later than that. So, and then waking up that early was very much exhausted for me. Body doesn't function. So when Guru Maharaj was leaving, so after taking prasadam, Guru Maharaj rested for some time. So when I heard that Guru Maharaj is resting, so I went upstairs to like freshen up and a little bit to relax because it was not my schedule. So then I don't know, I fell asleep in the closet. I was so tired. I was not used to that. So I fell asleep in the closet only. I think Prabhu came and he woke me up, and then I didn't woke up. And then Guru Maharaj was getting late, so he left. So when Guru Maharaj didn't see me, when Guru Prabhuji came back, and then I was still sleeping. So he woke me up. You're still sleeping? Then I said, what happened? Where is Guru Maharaj? Then he said, he left already. I dropped him. I came back. Oh my God, you came back already? So then he said, what? I asked him, what did Guru Maharaj say? He said, he asked me, where is Prema Pada? So then Prabhuji said that Guru Maharaj, she is sleeping. She was
woke up early.
she's sleeping. She woke up early. So then she woke up at 3 o'clock. So she slept now. So then Guru Maharaj said, what if I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 hour earlier than her, so I'm not tired. So then he said like that to him, and then then he didn't want it to feel as bad, so he said, okay, I can understand, she must be more tired than me. So then that was the one incident, like how Guru Maharaj made me being as an animal to made me as a little human being. So one more incidents, like I remember once when Guru Maharaj came to our oak tree house. So that time in the morning when Rama came downstairs after Guru Maharaj, after he's taking prasadam. So when he saw Rama, and then he said, Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, like that. And then when Rama said Hare Krishna and bowed down, and then he said, Rama, your tilak is so good. Who applied the tilak for you? Then Rama said, my mom. So then Guru Maharaj looked at me with his big eyes, and then he called Rama. He said, come here. And then I was thinking that, oh, Guru Maharaj is praising me after a long time. So I was so happy and proud that Guru Maharaj is praising me. And then when he looked, and then he called Rama and he said, your mother makes always mess, and then I have to clean up that mess. So then he cleaned, because when we apply the tilak, that time you don't see that there is in the middle, there is a little tilak left over. But once it dries up, you can see easily there is a lot of tilak in the middle. So he cleaned up with his finger Rama's tilak. So I wish I had a camera that time. I could have captured that scene. So we were fortunate like that. And then one more time, recently when we went to Charlotte, there was a retreat in Charlotte. So it was so nice that it was, I think, last year. So summer, it was such a nice time with Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj was so happy, and he was giving lecture Ramayan series, and then we were asking so many. I had the questions, so many questions to ask. So and then I asked Guru Maharaj I said, Guru Maharaj, I have 5 questions. So Guru Maharaj was very happy, very happy. He said, in front of everybody, so many devotees were there around, and he said, look at Prema Pada. I remember her when she was very new. That time she used to sit in the back, never talk with anybody, and then there was no presence of her. And today, look at her, she has 5 questions. I'm so happy for her. And then when we were saying that we were leaving from D-Land, we went and visited Guru Maharaj, and we said, Guru Maharaj, we are leaving. And that time also Guru Maharaj was mentioning this. He told Krishna, and he was telling Bhakti Prem Maharaj also, look at her. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for her that she's asking so many questions. So I felt like Guru Maharaj, just for asking questions, he is so happy. If we achieve something in life, then how much happy he will become. So I was so I was thinking that the instructions. I don't feel like Guru Maharaj is not here right now, but he is there all the time. He's instructing all the time. He's telling so many things, and he is very easy to approach now, because there was sometimes so much like hurdles. We cannot call him, and we don't know when he will reply. But now, whenever I'm going to ask him, he's going to reply to me. I'm so happy that he is my Guru Maharaj. And I'm not at all qualified, but he accepted me. I'm so thankful. I never know that he was such a big person, and then we were taking so granted. We wanted to serve him so much, but because of my less intelligence, or maybe because of my body conscious or ego, I was not so much openly serving nicely Guru Maharaj. So I'm so feeling like now. And then, but Guru Maharaj never ever mentioned that. He always used to call, and then he used to say that, Purna Chandra, thank you so much for taking very good care of me. Even though we didn't do anything for him, but he used to call whenever he reached, and he used to call and he say, Purna Chandra, thank you so much for taking very good care of me. So he was such a nice person. And then I want to say one sweet things about sweet pastime about Guru Maharaj. It was so nice that long back, when in the beginning, when Guru Maharaj came, that time Prabhu alone used to go drop Guru Maharaj in New York, bring near, because I think Rama was that time. I think it was too early before that. So we never used to travel with Guru Maharaj. So I never, because now we have so many devotees, like if Prabhu goes with Guru Maharaj, then we can go with Sunil Sham Prabhu or somebody. But that time there was nobody. So I was not able to go to see Guru Maharaj in New York. So when Guru Maharaj visited New York, and then when he was coming back, or he was going to India back, so Mataji, what is the Mataji? Priya Krishna Prabhu's wife. She came to see of Guru Maharaj. So the Guru Maharaj was sitting in the car, and Prabhu was driving. So Mataji came downstairs, and then when she was looking in car, and then Prabhu rolled down. He rolled the car window down, and then she spoke, looking at both Guru Maharaj, and she said, next time when you come, please bring Mataji with you. So after listening to that, Guru Maharaj said, I don't have Mataji. Oh, you're saying to Purna Chandra, then it's fine. So he is like that. He used to make fun things, like he never likes being like in a sorrow. He wants things to move on, and then he wants us to be happy, smiling, and looking good, and achieving something in life. So he doesn't want to see any of us crying, and then being in a sad, morose, and in the past. So he likes to be in present all the time. He likes us to be in the present all the time. So for my God sisters, whoever is in so much pain, I want to request them, saying that please don't be in pain, sorrow. Be think about Guru Maharaj, what he wants us to do, what he wants us to, what is his instructions for us. So think about those instructions, and then meditate upon those instructions, instead of thinking that Guru Maharaj is not there. Guru Maharaj is always with us. He is there with us. You have to feel. You cannot hear him, but you can feel him. So please don't think that Guru Maharaj is not there. So from this pastime, I want to end. And thank you so much for ICNJ and for all the devotees for giving me this opportunity. Please pray for us so we can be in Guru Maharaj service all the time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. I know that whenever Guru Maharaj was in central New Jersey, he was earlier with, Dattatreya Prabhu and Sukumari Mataji used to serve, and then you and Punachandra Prabhu. I think for a lot of us, you are examples on how you served and how dear you were to Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for being that example or for all of us. And thank you for sharing your heart today and also guiding everyone or your recommendation or your guidance on how to take this and how to make sure that whatever we do, think about what pleases Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for coming out and sharing. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Just wanted to call out, it's 9:17. So we have this today and tomorrow. It will go on until 9:45 today. Just wanted to give heads up. We have two more devotees, Sundaran Prabhu, and we have Satyapriya Mataji. So if you can bear with us, that'll be, I'm thankful for that. So just wanted to call it out. I know earlier we said we used to have it from 7 to 9. So thank you everyone for being patiently listening and glorification of Guru Maharaj. And it's very purifying for personally for myself, and I'm sure for everyone hearing about such a pure devotee. Thank you. Sundaran Prabhu, you're next. If you can, I see you're unmuted. If you can go ahead and speak. Thank you. Punishan Prabhu, do you want to say something? You have anything to say?
No. Yeah, I think you mentioned, so today and tomorrow, we will be little longer sessions because these are the last 2 days. And many devotees want to talk. So thank you everybody to continue to be with us.
Thank you. Sundaran Prabhu, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Rajgopal Prabhu, for giving me a chance to talk. So yeah, I think it's better that we just hear more and more from disciples of Maharaj, like yourself. Prem Pradamachi was just speaking so many things, but I did have a desire to share something. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. My first interactions, when I saw Bhakti Charu Maharaj was at Dattatreya Prabhu and Sukumari Matsi's place. This was way long back when we were not yet having a full-fledged, ICNJ center, when we were renting. So at that time, we used to have the morning Mangalarti classes at Dattatreya Prabhu's place. And I remember there was this large, wall-to-wall poster of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And the place was so nice and well set, and we could see from Maharaj's mood through his disciples, how he likes to serve, to take care of others, and have a very personal connection. Also around that time, I remember there's Mamtamai Mataji in the same place, so others. So that is how I got to know, and I started attending the classes of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So yes, like Prem Pradamachi was saying, I can remember that he's very direct, very simple, and when you think of it, how Maharaj, he likes to move from one place to another to keep things moving. So when you see him, I could directly see how dynamic Prabhupada was, because in so many ways that I was reflecting the last few days, especially that after Prabhupada, at least to my knowledge, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami, so well versed in Bengali, translating everything, finished, like other devotees have spoken. He finished translating all whatever Prabhupada had assigned. Went way beyond the beautiful Ujjain temple, and of course now the D-Land project. So I think it really reminds of how Prabhupada would have liked all of us in ISKCON to serve, and Maharaj truly exemplifies that every moment. It's just any time. I don't remember him even once sitting like that and wondering, oh, So what is to be done? He's always, smiling, energetic, next thing, next planning ahead. And it shows in his whole life, it's very clear, through and through. Mm, it's very hard to find someone like that. And the loss has been very hard. I know, of course, seeing all disciples, starting from when I first heard Yadunat Prabhu, speaking that way, all choked up. And um, it's very hard because, especially because of the personal, connection, I can see how it is, hit. But then, um, um, so other things I wanted to mention was, recently I also saw the video that Maharaj had, others had put up, where you compare how he's comparing the care for oneself, contrasting that versus risking for others. So care for devotees versus risking his own personal health and life eventually. um, I think that is the ultimate sacrifice he has made. We think, we just know that yes, it is, Prabhupada's, ISKCON movement to go to the West and preach, similar to what Prabhupada did, right? Risking everything. Um, he did exactly that, really. And, I could see when I was hearing where he spoke about in the, in that class, like, Jen, which he spoke just before he left from there, he said, how can we sit comfortably knowing that there are people to help? So he speaks that, right, as a leader we're supposed to go there. How can I sit behind? So it's very moving, and it shows his true mood and compassion for all of us, um, carrying it on through his life up till the very end. In some ways, I was also reminded of how Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, when he passed away, it was, I remember Srivandan Prabhu saying it was an exceptional, in circumstances where we usually as devotees would not like to see our spiritual family and of course our spiritual masters pass away in such a condition where we're not able to be next to them, where there are not too many devotees, physically around. But as many senior sannyasis have mentioned, we were all with Bhakti Charu Maharaj, praying, and as he was passing away. So 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 that level of sacrifice, going out of the way. And Maharaj obviously knew that this is a risky place, but then it goes to show that there is just no concern for the risk or danger involved, just going out of the way. And this is a wake up call to all of us, to me especially, how we have to get out of our comfort zones. We all settle into our comfort zones, of course. As senior Vaishnavas, we cannot imitate, but then following in their footsteps, what they are showing us, Bhakti Charu Maharaj has shown us. And yeah, then while speaking to Yadanath Prabhu, he mentioned about the D-Land project, explaining some of it, and hoping that the other disciples there have got the message, and it'll propagate. Also speaking to Sudhakar Krishna Prabhu, was telling that he is supporting the project, and I'm sure others are. So when we visited Orlando, we were thinking, went to the temple, and we were thinking it would be a great place for preaching in terms of outreach. And a few years later, I heard that Bhakti Charu Maharaj has started this project. I was very happy, and he had a great vision. So I believe there is very, very strong hope there. Um, Lastly, I wanted to say that all of Maharaj's his lectures, his teachings are of course with us. It's very hard to not have his physical presence. We take their association, their teachings, their physical presence are for granted when they are there, and when they are not, we really we miss it. So that is kind of a reminder. And then I hope that through those whatever we have of what Maharaj has shared, especially I really have been listening every year to his Damodar Arti Kirtan that I put the link out some time ago. So I felt, to me, a person like me, I am very moved by that. It's yeah, every time I hear that, it's very moving to hear Maharaj's his voice so sweet and full of love. So thank you to all the disciples. We hope to serve Maharaj, his mode, his mission, and himself through all of you. So please engage us in your service. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for joining us today and being our support in these times. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Hare Krishna. We have I think today's last speaker, Satyapriya Mataji. If you're there, can you unmute yourself and go ahead?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Om
We can hear you.
Agyantimanandasya Gyanandana Shalakya Dachramintamena Tashma Shri Guruve Namo. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namine. Om Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Snita Cheta Suprate Vagnam Charaspratam Prabhupada Pranam Nami Bhakti Charu. I've never thought that I'll come and talk like this about Guru Maharaj for this occasion. I've never talked with Guru Maharaj too much. Never had any question or not, never. I was a backbencher. But whenever he used to come and his glance was filled with love, it was fulfilling for heart. It was giving me enthusiasm for the service, for the Krishna. And his question, like, how are you, was full of emotions. Like, we can forget everything. But I used to cook for him, and he satisfied me honoring the prasadam. And this visit was really special for me. Whatever I made for him, like whatever I made for Guru Maharaj, he honored with so much love and appreciated me too much. At one point, he said that I should not have asked today that who made this. And I still remember the day when we saw Maharaj for the first time in Tobacco. He was singing and dancing in Narsimha Aarti. We just got attracted. I never thought that Narsimha Aarti can be this much melodious, but it was really good. While coming back from the Tobacco, we were talking about Guru Maharaj. Like, I didn't even know that what is Maharaj. I was like a sannyasi, like before ISKCON, we used to think like that is sannyasi, and sannyasi can sing like this and dance like this. It was really wow for us. And then that week only Guru Maharaj came to Sukumari Mataji's house, and he was singing there as well. And then we got more attracted. I was like, we were just seeing Guru Maharaj singing, nothing else. And then and that singing like stole our heart and mind, everything. And that's how our journey started with Guru Maharaj. I was not at all qualified. I'm not even qualified becoming his disciple. But he accepted me, blessed me, allowed me to serve him. He gave me so much love. Once, I just wanted to share some memories with Guru Maharaj. Like once we went to New York to meet him, and I asked Maharaj for my cake page name. And he asked me, do you have something in your mind? And then I said, no, Guru Maharaj, I don't have anything. Then he called Akhilesh Krishna Prabhu. He called him, Akhilesh Krishna, come. And then Prabhu came, and then he asked him, like, what do you suggest? What should we give him name for our cake page? And then he asked me, what do you bake? Like bake cake, cupcakes, what else? And then my Prabhu suggested some Hindi name. And then he said very old fashioned. You should give him some English name, fancy name. Give her some fancy name for her cake page. And then he added me in his chain, like he gave me the name Divine Cakes and Pastries. And then I went to Ujjain. Then I went to Ujjain with my in-laws and my mother, like parents, everyone went together. And it was really, when he used to come to Ujjain, it was really amazing feeling. Like it was like a Diwali there. Everyone was preparing something or other thing. And it was like, king coming to the kingdom again. and we all were sitting in a hall, like 400 plus people were there, and I was in the middle of somewhere. It was not like that I'm in a front row. I was in a middle row with devotees, so many devotees, and he suddenly saw me and asked, "Oh, you are here? Where is Akhilesh Krishna?" I was like, really? He know me? Like that day I felt like that, like, okay, Guru Maharaj know me. And then he asked me, "Where is Akhilesh Krishna?" I said, "Maharaj, he is in US only." And then he asked me, how is he managing prasadam? Does he cook? I said, "No, Maharaj, he doesn't cook." And then said, "Oh, then how will he do? What will he do?" He was worried about him. Like Guru Maharaj had so much work, but he was still worrying about each and every devotee. And then I asked him, I told him that Maharaj temple is there. He will go in temple and he will eat. But he told me that, and I told him that we have a loving God family and devotees there. They will just take care of him, Prabhuji, Guru Maharaj. And then Guru Maharaj said, "No, call devotees, tell them if he needs something, call devotees and tell them that he needs prasadam." So it was really caring. He was really caring for each and everyone. And then he asked me, "If you need anything, just reach out to me. Tell me immediately. No worries." And in the busy his schedule was very busy that time, but he was like, he personally met us like parents, my in-laws. He talked with them. He told them so many things, and then it was really good with Maharaj. And one more thing, whenever Guru Maharaj was in Ujjain, like there was a huge kirtan and very nice kirtan in temple. And it was like when Guru Maharaj was singing, I was feeling like deities are dancing. You can see the smile on deities' face. Like it was really amazing. And then devotees were there on their toe. I know that it's not gonna come back again. It was just a memory for me. I'm not gonna see Guru Maharaj again singing in Ujjain, singing anywhere, singers, dancing devotees. It's not gonna happen again. In this trip, he emphasized on listening Shiksha Guru. It seems like he knows that he's not gonna come back again. He told us that you guys should Shiksha Guru is so much important. You have to listen. You guys should listen to them, listen to him. Whatever. When Guru Maharaj was in hospital, so many thoughts were coming around. Like, but I was 100% sure that Maharaj is gonna come back again and rock the field again. He's not gonna go back. Like I never thought, like not a 0.1% thought was there that Maharaj is not gonna come. I was 100% sure that Maharaj was gonna come. And then that time so many thoughts were coming, and then those thoughts I just wrote as a poetry, which I'm gonna offer it to Guru Maharaj. And I'm just gonna recite that poem for you, everyone. Mere Guru. It's in Hindi. So I'll just start. मेरे गुरु, भाग्य के एक पन्ने में लिखा होता है गुरु का नाम. खोजा नहीं जाता, सोचा नहीं जाता, समझा नहीं जाता, बस जाना जाता है उन्हें, माना जाता है उन्हें, और श्रद्धा से पुकारा जाता है उन्हें. ईश्वर के बाद कोई है तो वो है गुरु. ईश्वर और आत्मा के बीच का तार है गुरु. गुरु दर्शन पूर्ण करता है हर इच्छा. गुरु के एक क्षण देख लेने से भर जाता है मन पूरा. पिता की तरह होते हैं गुरु. आत्मविश्वास से लेकर आत्म सम्मान और अध्यात्म की राह दिखाते हैं गुरु. सौभाग्य से गुरु ने मुझे भी स्वीकारा. एक तेज है उनमें, अलौकिक प्रकाश है उनमें. सुन के ही खिंची चली गई थी, ऐसा राग है उनमें. जाना ना था तब मैंने गुरु की परिभाषा को, पर कुछ था, कोई तरंग, कोई डोर, कोई प्रभाव, जो बताता गया गुरु की महिमा को. दर्शन मिला, सेवा का मौका मिला, ये उनका सरोकार था. उनके दर्शन से न जाने कैसा बल मिलता है, हर काम करने का एक सलीका मिलता है. सिखा जाते हैं वो हर चीज बातों ही बातों में, कभी बोल कर तो कभी बिन बोली बातों में. इस कठिन समय में भी वो आए, जब विश्व ठहरा हुआ है, दिशाहीन है समाज और अंधकार गहरा हुआ है. सेवा, प्रेम और आत्मीयता का समय सुनहरा हुआ है. रोकने से रुके नहीं वो, बस आए. कृष्ण प्रेम का प्रकाश संग लाए. शिथिलता थी शरीर में, शिथिलता थी शरीर में, पर वो रुके नहीं। प्रभुपाद के सैनिक हैं, वो थके नहीं। जैसे जानते थे कुछ होने को है, आए थे जैसे आए थे लेने ही दोष हमारे। चपेटे में आए फिर वो उस आपदा के जो विश्व हिलाए बैठा है, गांव नगर देश ठहराए बैठा है, और ठहरा दिया हम सबको भी। पर वो समझाना क्या चाहते हैं, इस भीषण आपदा से गुजरकर सिखाना क्या चाहते हैं। पर वो समझाना क्या चाहते हैं, इस भीषण आपदा से गुजरकर सिखाना क्या चाहते हैं। इस महामारी से टूटी शक्ति को जगाना चाहते हैं, प्रेम विश्वास और भक्ति को जगाना चाहते हैं। जानते हैं सब वो जाएंगे नहीं कहीं। प्रभुपाद के काम बहुत है उनके पास, बना रहे हैं शायद कोई प्लान, पर बता रहे हैं रहना कैसे है हमें साथ। प्रार्थना की शक्ति का अनुभव करा रहे हैं, ईश्वर में पुनः विश्वास दिला रहे हैं मेरे गुरु। हरे कृष्णा।
Thank you so much, Mataji. Such a beautifully written. I can see a lot of emotions. And Guru Maharaj always used to look forward for your cakes. And he always used to say, I remember last time he said, who made it? And he said, why should I even ask? It's, it must be Satyapriya. So that's a kind of love he showered on each one of us. Thank you so much for sharing today.
It was very, very nice poem. Huh? Yeah. Because you are talented.
Yeah. I was talking to Mataji, and it doesn't come all of a sudden. I think she's been writing since childhood. It was, it's very good to see Mataji on Guru Maharaj. Thank you. We are at 9:39. Again, the congregation, I think we saw overwhelming response in terms of sign up. Thank you so much for being there in these times as a support and sharing your memories, glorifying Guru Maharaj. It is a lot of strength to all of us who are very close to Guru Maharaj. Again, we really thank for showing up and coming down in support for that. Thank you. Thank you, Madhupati Prabhu, for organizing this. We're grateful. Do you want to share anything, Madhupati Prabhu?
Thank you for nicely coordinating this. Thank you very much. I just sent out a message to Purnachandra Prabhu, but we can directly ask in public. Yeah, if we all want to extend this, we can also do it on Saturday, 5 to 7. That way, no?
Thank you, Prabhu. We will ask other devotees who still want to, and then we'll do that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Jai, Hari Hari.
So we wanted to see if we can just end with one small song from Guru Maharaj. Just it will take 5 minutes.
Very nice.
With everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में। सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में। भाले चंदन तिलक मनोहर, भाले चंदन तिलक मनोहर, अलका शोभे कपोलन में। सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में। दरसी वाले बन फूल माला हिया पर डोले सिरे चूड़ा दरसी वाले बन फूल माला हिया पर डोले पहिरन पीत पटांबर शोभे नूपुर रुनु झुनु चरणों में पहिरन पीत पटांबर शोभे नूपुर रुनु झुनु चरणों में सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में राधा कृष्ण एक तनु है राधा कृष्ण एक तनु है मधुबन माझे बंसी बजाए राधा कृष्ण एक तनु है मधुबन माझे बंसी बजाए विश्वरूप की प्रभु जी सही आवत प्रकट ही नदिया में विश्वरूप की प्रभु जी सही आवत प्रकट ही नदिया में सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम कोई गावत है हरि गुणगान कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम कोई गावत है हरि गुणगान मंगलतान मृदंग रसाना बाजत है कोई रंगन में मंगलतान मृदंग रसाला बाजत है कोई रंगन में सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में सुंदर लाला सची दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में
Okay, back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you everyone for joining us again. We are indebted to you, all of you. Thank you so much. I'll end with prayers. Vancha kalpatarubhya sindhubhya eva cha patanam pavanebhyo namaha. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Premanande. Hare Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.